One of them in the starting five tonight, two of them in the starting five tonight for West Virginia in Kaya Watson and JJ Quinerly. Our referees tonight, Jesse Dickerson, Kevin Pethel, and Tiara Cruz. We're underway in the 49th Backyard Brawl between West Virginia and Pitt. And it's the visiting Panthers in blue from head to toe with gold trim in possession first. Here's Marley Washenitz, a native of West Virginia, over to Lauren Rust and around to Brooklyn Miles. Washenitz has it again on the left wing, 8 to shoot. Lauren Rust now goes inside. Amia Jenkins to Washenitz, a corner three. In and out. Loose ball rebounded by Pitt. Miles takes it out, back to Washenitz. Miles to Jenkins. Jenkins almost walked with it. Miles will set it up at the circle. 7 on the shot clock. Miles against Jordan Harrison. That's a tough take. Panthers dominating the glass on the opening possession, but they won't put it back. Shot clock violation. West Virginia ball. Guards outside of that three-point line, that's something that they're going to look to do this entire game, but cleaning up the glass is going to be something they're going to have to focus on as well. Same starting five for West Virginia as the first two games. Look at that move by Sydney Shaw. We've got an injured player, Amia Jenkins, grabbing her leg. Kylie Blackston with the bucket. We're going to have a stoppage here for an injured Panther. 4 veteran returners for West Virginia who spent all of last season together, and one newcomer in Shaw, the transfer from Auburn. Washenitz on the wing. She'll try another three. In and out. She's 0 for 2. Fye with the rebound and the putback. She's a Big 12 talent now in the ACC. Hadijah Fye previously played in this arena for Texas Tech and then Texas. She knows the Mountaineers well and is a real talent down low. Quinerly on the other end misses a 3. Mountaineers ahead of the Panthers by 1 in the early goings of the first quarter. Shaw foul, looking here to reset the clock. 7:42 to go, 23 on the shot clock. West Virginia, by the way, Meg, has not recorded a rebound yet. Panthers have 4, West Virginia has none. Here's Washenitz, the native of Fairmont, West Virginia, around to Elmore on the near side wing against Quinerly and Watson. Washenitz gets it back. Under 5 to shoot. Miles to Rust. She's got a pop from 3. Swish! The Panthers lead on the 3 ball from Lauren Rust. That's her first. The energy level is just completely raised. Mountaineers have won 15 straight non-conference games. They've won 30 consecutive non-con games here at home. Quinerly with the bucket. That's her first, and it breaks a scoring drought for West Virginia that spanned nearly 4 minutes. And that's the beauty of having Sydney Shaw out on that three-point line. JJ Quinerly can now penetrate without help coming in as she gets a steal. Woo, and she's going to get on the baseline. It's going back down to Pitt. Stepped out on that far side, just didn't have enough real estate. West Virginia 5, Pitt 5. We've got a good one on our hand. A huge surprise. Panthers have gone 4 minutes without a bucket. West Virginia just one of its last 7. Jordan Thomas, the big freshman, has just checked in for West Virginia. 6'3", native of Carrollton, Texas, coming off her first double-figure performance. She had 14 in the win over Niagara. Johnson steps into one. It's a long 2. It's over the backboard. It's a loose ball. Watson has it. On the other end, Harrison all the way. Foul. Harrison misses the first. She was the freshman of the year in the WAC for Stephen F. Austin under Coach 3 starters, 2 subs. Elmore triggers. Great passing from the Panthers. Reverse layup by Michaela Johnson. A bit of a sloppy first quarter in this matchup between 2 bitter rivals. Quinerly wants to drive baseline. All the way around to Harrison. Off the screen, it's Harrison inside. Tough take from Jordan Harrison. Mountaineers back in front. Yeah, you saw Harrison there absorb the contact and still able to go up, as you're going to see Riviere almost get another steal there. But a great job. 5'6" junior coming in, absorbs the contact here from Fye, still able to go up with it and finish. Offensive foul on the Panthers. Yeah, no fear. No fear. I love the point guard. She's such a pass-first point guard, but I love when she takes it into her own hands. She sees a lane and she attacks. About a minute and a half to go in the opening period. Mountaineers up 8-7. Quinerly inside, great pass to Riviere, up and in.
That's a great look. The Panthers went 2-3 zone. The last two possessions, Riviere did a great job of just slicing right down the middle to those openings in the gap. Quinerly draws so much attention. It's so great when she can put the ball on the floor and look for openings.
Malcolm's shots deflected. Thomas turned to box out. It works out as a pick. Here comes Quinerly. Full head of steam to Watson. Off the glass, no good. Rebound, Woodley. 7-second difference between game and shot clock. Quinerly from the elbow. Thomas puts it up. Basket at the foul. Jordan Thomas did that a couple of times against Niagara.
The prior possession, I was going to say that West Virginia needs to find an answer for what Phi is doing inside, and hopefully Jordan Thomas can start to create a little spark inside against Phi.
It's a tie-up. Panthers have the arrow. Riviere takes it away. Mountaineers now might get the final possession of the quarter. Under 10 to go. Quinerly looks at the clock and gets ready to work against Washinitz. Moving screen, offensive foul.
Finds the girl. Let JJ work off of you. You just need to set a set screen because she's done a really nice job in the paint.
An eventful but low-scoring first quarter at the WVU Coliseum. They've won 31 consecutive home non-conference games dating back to the pre-Kellogg era. They're also seeking their 16th straight non-conference win. 12-9 the score. They call it the Backyard Brawl for a reason. This has been a brawl through one quarter between West Virginia, the number 15 team in the land, and Pitt. JJ Quinerly with the bucket. 5-point West Virginia lead. That's its largest so far. Mountaineers immediately go into a press.
She didn't, they're in a 2-3 zone, so she didn't slice any lane. She literally hopped, skipped, and jumped to find that opening.
Was it deflected? No, it was not. Backcourt violation and another Panther turnover. Pitt has now turned it over 7 times.
Until Watson could get down and give her some help, she really split the offensive players and did exactly what you want to do.
Here's Sydney Woodley for West Virginia to Riviere at the elbow. Tried to force it. Turnover WVU. Johnson splits a couple all the way to the cup. Off the glass.
Yeah,
back to a one-possession game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how she got that off. That's a great take from Johnson. She's taken the most shots on Pitt's team. She has 7. I think the next person's maybe only taken 3, so finally gets one to fall. Or her second to fall, excuse me.
Watson with the ball for West Virginia. Here's Nugent, who recently scored her 1,000th point against Niagara. Riviere, ball fake and a bucket.
Great footwork there from Riviere.
Take away Woodley. The feed to Quinerly. Good. And a timeout for the Panthers.
She's going to head to the bench right now for a much-needed break after playing tough on defense, and that's been the difference for West Virginia. Just in this second quarter, they're already 3 of 4 from field goals, so that allows them to set up in their pressure and really start disrupting things for Pitt.
Mountaineers 42% for the ball game. They get another steal here. Sydney Shaw is fouled in the backcourt. Second leading scorer and starting guard Amia Jenkins left the game about a minute in with an apparent left leg injury. Mountaineers lead by 7. That's their largest lead of the game. Harrison, a deep 3. Swish!
And that's great ball movement against that 2-3 zone. You make that defense work, and you end up with a wide-open 3.
Nugent tried to draw a charge. Russ scrapping with Watson. Put back no good. Rebound Phi. Can she put it in? Yes. 6 points for Hattie Phi.
I have to say, I learned it from my sister. She'll be. Katie taught me. Katie taught me everything I know.
Mountaineers need to get it in. 5 count. To include the 8 turnovers forced here in the first half against West Virginia. Miles has checked into the game. The speedy point guard working against Jordan Harrison. Elmore to Bella Perkins. Goes inside to Phi, and she scores again. Hadijah Phi with 8 points. She's now the leading scorer in the game.
And she's kept the Panthers in this game on the defensive and offensive end. She is so active. She gets her hands. She gets in passing lanes, as you can see here. She's very tough.
How did Riviere get that back? No look feed to Kaya Watson. Oh, my. That is a filthy, filthy pass from Riviere. Mountaineers almost get another turn. Great feed to Phi, who will go to the line.
The ability to blow past people and get Phi wide open underneath.
First free throw from Phi is good. Misses that one, goes 1 for 2. Watson rips the board. Riviere for 3. Mountaineers now 2 for 10 from beyond the arc. Offensive rebound for Quinerly, who at 5'8" is a solid rebounder. Harrison to Quinerly. Back to Harrison. 5 to shoot. Quinerly, recognizing she's got to go, puts it up. There's a foul off the ball. WVU is 2 for 10 from beyond the arc. Pitt 1 for 11. Quinerly, mid-range J. No roll. Rebound Elmore. Tears of Moore in for West Virginia. Watson gets a break. Here's Sydney Shaw with a steal. Chance for a run out. Into the corner to Quinerly. Too strong again. Good rebound by Moore, who just entered the ball game. 4 minutes left in the first half. Mountaineers and Panthers both cold from beyond the arc. Harrison will try again. That one won't drop. Moore underneath. Basket and the foul. Meanwhile, Tears of Moore, the senior transfer from Oral Roberts, is at the foul line. She's now 3 for 7 on the season. This is Aaron Battle, works her way into a trap. West Virginia has had so many of those moments, Meg, where the Mountaineers are just that close to a steal, and then either the ball rolls out of bounds or deflects to a player that's just nearby, just that close to turning the Panthers over. Right on cue, Quinerly with the steal, puts it up. Had it deflected on the way up. Good defending there by Perkins. She almost threw it away. Battle able to come away unscathed. Nope, Quinerly pokes it free. Here's Harrison, all the way, foul.
Get those quick steals, get out in transition. That's where they've really gotten into a flow. But as you mentioned before, there's been just some random, you think you have a steal, but you don't.
Harrison's been terrific this season. She's got 8 points as the Mountaineers take their largest lead of the game, 28-16.
Yeah, I think that was one of the lighter fouls that I've seen.
About 3 minutes left in the first half. Good bucket from Elmore to break up a scoring drought for the Panthers. That's her first basket. Back to a 10-point game.
Yeah, and that's what Elmore can do with so much attention on 5.
So it's Harrison, Quinerly, Watson, Riviere, and Moore on the court for WVU. Quinerly will shoot a pair. First one's good. Back-to-back for the senior. Pitt has not made a three-pointer in the second quarter. Panthers are 1 of 13 from beyond the arc. That's 8%. They'll try another one. Elmore is strong, and the negative trend continues for the visitors. Quinerly with the crossover and a hesitation inside. That mid-range game is a signature of JJ Quinerly, first player in double figures for either team. Elmore around to Malcolm. Can she end the drought from deep? Yes. Her first basket makes it an 11-point game. Quinerly is fouled on the baseline. She'll go to the line for 2.
And until you draw that second line of Pitt defense up from the blocks, then you can start dumping down to your post. But if they're not going to defend it.
Second opportunity here for JJQ for West Virginia. That one's good. 11 points for Quinerly, 33-21. Perkins, quick trigger, too strong. Elmore is down, and it's another West Virginia foul.
I didn't see it. Unless she was maybe kicking her underneath. I don't know.
They call me Switzerland, Meg.
That's tough. That's tough. But you're right. There could have been some odd positioning because that shot was extremely short. We'll get another look at it.
Elmore made both.
She kind of did come in underneath. Nick, look at you're right about that.
Well, hey.
She did come in underneath. The shot was short. I think it threw everyone off.
Riviere inside to Moore. Great positioning and another great feed. Junior from France, when she's out on the wing, she is dangerous with the ball. This is Moore's second trip to the foul line. She's 2 for 2 and has 4 points. West Virginia now 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Foul in the backcourt by Quinerly. And here's one of those moments that Coach Kellogg is just sort of looking. Check the previous stat. Mountaineers 9 of 12 from the free throw line. Panthers on the other end at the stripe. First one is good from Aaron Battle. Panthers 4 of 5 from the line as a team. Back to a 10-point game after Battle hits both. Mountaineers have led by as many as 14 in the ball game. Under 10 to go now. Riviere pops out. Back to Harrison. Off the screen. It's Quinerly. Puts it up. It's short. And it's halftime. Led by 11 points from JJ Quinerly and 8 from Jordan Harrison.
It's kind of a mental thing right now, but she'll start to claw back, and you saw her hitting those mid-range jumpers. That'll start to give her more confidence.
Here's Washington with it as the second half begins. Rust, Miles, Phi, and Johnson on the court for the Panthers to begin the third quarter. Here is Johnson. Thought about it. Gives it out to Washington. Dribbling inside. Can't finish. Phi with the rebound. She misses. Second chance is good. Hadija Phi in double figures.
And again, Phi comes up for the Panthers. I mean, you force a bad shot, and then you don't turn and box and make sure and put the focus on Phi.
Washington's poked it free. Miles all the way. Deflection by Harrison. Washington receives the inbound pass. Now it's Johnson on the wing against Sydney Shaw. Screen from Phi. She gets it on the roll. Entry pass is deflected. Loose ball. 4 on the shot clock as these players scrap for it. It's a tie-up.
Get inside there. She needs to have her back to the basket and be inside and not get pulled away from the basket.
By the way, starting 5 back on the floor for WVU as Quinerly pops a mid-range jumper and she hits. It's Harrison, Quinerly, Watson, Blackston, and Shaw on the floor for the team in gold as the Mountaineers lead by 10 once more. Panthers are 2-0 this season. They're coming off a 64-61 win over Bucknell. Quinerly, it's essentially a steal as Rust fouls her, in which the Mountaineers forced 44 turnovers, the second highest turnover tally in program history. Quinerly at the elbow. Back-to-back buckets for JJ Quinerly. And just like that, 4 of 16 becomes 6 of 18. Stolen by Harrison off the deflection from Quinerly. That is what West Virginia does. And it just absolutely kills the resolve of teams. 41-27 your score.
There's never a doubt in that. You kind of knew that when the pressure was on, you know, you have a big rivalry game coming in. You have Texas A&M coming in Friday. She wasn't going to hide. You were going to find her.
That's a tough spin there by Phi.
Flow of the game that she'll eventually get used to as well, but a player like her doesn't hide for very long.
Second one coming. And the West Virginia lead is now 13.
You know, keeping that energy high, I mean, that gets exhausting after a while, and that's how West Virginia is just able to wear teams down.
Shaw for 3. No good, and it's off Watson. Between these squads and the 6th brawl since 2012 when these teams left the Big East. Pitt seeking its first win over West Virginia since the Big East days in 2011. West Virginia's won 6 straight. Physical from Hadija Phi. 14 points. 11-point West Virginia lead. Quinerly, open look. Rebound Pitt. Chance to bring it to a single-digit deficit. Battle up and in transition. Her first field goal, 9-point game now.
Yeah, and just like that, turnovers, missed shots, Pitt able to hang around. You cannot let a scrappy team, the way that they've been playing like this, hang around.
Harrison with the reverse. Watson up there for the rebound. Blackston a step back 3. Panthers lost the rebound. They had it. Great pass from Harrison to Blackston.
Great job of Blackson just to keep moving, continue on to the basket after she sees Harrison come up with it.
The Mountaineers force a turnover in transition. Quinerly to the basket. Almost had it taken away. Quinerly to Shaw. Curling. Rejected by Johnson, but it's another foul.
Just sneak underneath. Get your hands straight up. No one's shooting lights out right now, so there's no need if you're already beat on that.
Shaw makes them both. Those are her first points of the ball game. She had a career-high 20 against Niagara Saturday. Johnson falling away. Rebound Thomas, and she's fouled by 5. And that is an important moment in this ball game as Phi has quickly picked up 2 personals to take her tally to 4. Thomas 0 for 1 from the free throw line. She had a chance for an and 1 in the first quarter. That one in and out.
And that's a tough 4th foul to get right there.
We were talking at halftime about how many good bigs there are in the Big 12, Meg. The development of Jordan Thomas, who now has 3 points, will be critical for West Virginia against the Audie Crookses and the Aoka Lees in the Big 12.
Absolutely, and because you see Blackston and Riviere, they come in, but they can pop out and they can play a 4. They're not a true 5, and you really want to develop that true 5 going into the Big 12 against those posts that are all true 5s.
Rust can't get it to drop. Panthers haven't scored in about 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Quinerly with the floater. 17 points for JJ Quinerly. West Virginia has its largest lead. Mountaineers almost stole it away. Here's a 3 from Elmore. That one's good, and that is the first Panther 3 in the third quarter. Also Pitt's first points in more than 4 minutes. 48-35. Quinerly gets it in the key, now kicks to Shaw. Final 2 minutes of the quarter. Shaw to Woodley. Woodley with a left-hand drive. Out to Watson for 3. That one won't go. And a couple of players are tied up. Thomas fouls Elmore. Last time these teams met, West Virginia won, but only won by 9.
And Pitt's doing everything that they can right now to stay scrappy and keep themselves in this ball game. And West Virginia, we talked about those couple of offensive possessions where I thought they shot the threes too much, taking quick shots. They just need to keep working the ball, get the good shot. There's always going to be, okay, I'm wide open right now. We'll get the better shot, and that's what's been open right there. Kaya Watson, right in the lane, right in the middle. That's been the bread and butter the entire game. Stick with that.
Good possession there for the Mountaineers as Watson has 4 points, 13-point lead for WVU. Good work by Miles to get it across midcourt. Panthers trying to go to the hoop. Rust with the scoop and score. Now it's an 11-point game after Rust scores for the second time. 5 points for her. Shaw kicks to Watson, who missed from there a moment ago. Baseline drive now. Great take by Kyle Watson. Mountaineers continuing to press after makes, up by 13. Battle inside to Rust. Can she go 2 in a row? Yes. Final 30 seconds. West Virginia 52, Pitt 41. Quinerly, floater, no good. Thomas, no good. Maybe Thomas again, foul.
That's a freshman in her 3rd game. She'll learn that.
Watson, who has 3 fouls, takes a seat with the Mountaineers getting ready to defend potentially. She's 1 for 4. 4 points for the freshman from Texas. Full court pressure again from WVU. Here's the speedster Miles to Perkins with a ball fake. Clock winding down, under 5 seconds left. Tipped out by West Virginia.
We always talk about West Virginia's full court pressure and getting steals, but kind of what goes unnoticed sometimes is in the half court, the way they get their hands in passing lanes, and so many, well, or you can just get a steal.
Stolen by Woodley, puts it up at the buzzer, got it to go! How about that for the senior transfer to close the quarter with a bucket? Woodley's 2 for 2 on the season. Make it 3 for 3. 15-point lead for WVU after 3 quarters of action in the 49th Backyard Brawl. Pitt with 23 turnovers in the game. West Virginia with 13. Panthers 3 for 18 from 3. West Virginia 2 for 21 as the fourth quarter begins. Perkins, 17-footer, no good. Physical rebound from Tears of Moore. The win over Bucknell, 64-61 over the weekend. That was Pitt's best three-point shooting performance since December of 2020. Tears of Moore to Harrison, now around to Shaw. Yes, there's a 3 for WVU.
And that's great ball movement. You get the ball from side to side. You make that defense move, and you take that 3 with 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Riviere, the 6'3 junior, replaces Thomas. They immediately go after her, and it's an offensive foul. Tears of Moore in there to help, and that's 5 on 5 right at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
She has been the bright spot for the Panthers on both ends of the floor. She's going to have a great season.
Absolutely, and the stats prove it, Meg. 14 points, 12 rebounds for her second double-double of the season. She's going to be a terrific asset for Pitt this year. Riviere, down low to Moore. Yes!
That's a great high-low action.
West Virginia has 38 points in the paint as Harrison steals the inbound pass and makes it 40. Here's Johnson on the far side. Has yet to score in the second half. Ball was deflected, no double dribble. Johnson inside, making some room. Gets her own rebound. That one's in. Michaela Johnson, the transfer from Colorado. Back to a 20-point lead for WVU.
Yeah, JJ just all over Johnson there. She's only 3 of 16 for the game. She's really struggled.
Sydney Shaw has 2 threes in the period. Washenitz has not scored yet, and the Coliseum crowd's going to let her know about it. We've got offsetting fouls, the technical on Perkins, and thank you to Jesse Dickerson for making his way over here to sort this out for us.
I wouldn't have been able to sort all that out.
Right.
There was a lot going on.
It involves math. It's just not a good situation. Perkins and Quinerly's fouls offset. The tech on Verdi results in 2 for Harrison. She makes the first. Here comes the second. 14 points for Jordan Harrison now. They have not ejected Pitt's head coach. Just 1 technical. A second would result in him being ejected from the game. And here's the replay. Verdi has come all the way out past midcourt now to talk to Dickerson here, the referee. Again, continuing to plead his case about the extracurriculars between Quinerly and Washenitz. As Harrison drives to the basket, it'll be West Virginia ball with 6:06 to go.
And if you think 70 miles difference from where these schools are, Backyard Brawl, I know a lot of these players are transfers and maybe they don't understand it. There's still that emotion there.
Great feed to Riviere, 70-43, West Virginia. And a little something there on the way back from the junior from France. Meg, I know at the beginning of our show tonight, you asked Coach Kellogg, you don't play this every year, but is it still meaningful? Rust is going to go to the line after the foul.
It was almost, you're literally, like you're up in your driveway, you're up in your backyard, just going at it against each other. I mean, everybody wanted it. You know, and as you mentioned, we were in the Big East, so you're playing twice a year. You're 70 miles away. You watch how the football teams grind, and, you know, every single game mattered when those football teams were playing. And, I mean, it was just fun. And it's, you know, it's a shame if they don't continue playing this because it's worth it. Why have 2 great schools that close to each other that don't want to play every year?
Shaw for 3, yes! Sydney Shaw in double figures for her third time in as many games as a Mountaineer. Three ball is good from Michaela Johnson. Her first three, she's now 3 of 9. Mountaineers 5 of 28 from beyond the arc. Pitt 4 of 20. Maybe trying to work it into Moore on the low block. Instead, Harrison drives baseline. Here's another three for West Virginia, but that time, Woodley hits.
And that's okay, number one, when you make it. But number two, after you've worked the ball, you got Harrison into the paint and kicked it back out. You're working that defense, working your offense. That's an all right three.
All is forgiven if it finds Twine, right?
It always is. It's very funny.
Elmore in the corner, 9 to shoot here for the Panthers. Pass is tipped but collected by Malcolm. 5 to shoot now. Malcolm in no man's land. Johnson has to heave it up. Turnover, shot clock violation.
You know, with JJ Quinerly kind of trying to find her stride, but she's just done an incredible job of just really being the leader of this team and the captain on the floor.
A three again from Shaw, short. She has had a hot hand in the fourth quarter with 3 triples. Stolen away by Agubata, but a foul before the shot. Agubata makes the first of 2. Both teams over the limit here in the final 89 seconds of the ball game. Second is good.
That's a great way to make your presence known. Come in, get on the floor, get a steal, hit 2 free throws.
Fade away by Malcolm, no good. She got her own rebound. 18-footer, no good. Rust against Agubata gets the board that time for Pitt. Skip across to Malcolm. She'll try a 3. Swish.
Third time's a charm. I knew something was going to fall for Malcolm right there. She just needed to step out beyond that 3-point line.
Foul on the drive. But because of the injury to Amia Jenkins early in the game, she's been one of the real bright spots for the Panthers this season so far. The junior guard, apparent leg injury in the first minute plus of the ball game. She came back out to the bench for the second half, but just was escorted off on crutches as she made her way to the locker room. Agubata a perfect 4 for 4 at the line.
Yeah, that was really tough to see. You hope all the best for Amia Jenkins and whatever comes next for her.
Up next for Pitt is a matchup with Binghamton on the road Sunday at 1:30. You can watch that on ESPN+. Mountaineers back here at the Coliseum Friday for a matchup against Texas A&M. Here's a Shayla Mosberry all the way to the cup. She's fouled. Redshirted last season, played previously at South Plains Junior College. She's into the score sheet. 11 different WVU scorers. As the Mountaineers are up by 30, they forced 30-plus turnovers for the third time this season. Agubata steals it away. Zaya Nugent wants to add on. She can't finish. Shot clock is dark, 20 seconds to go. Johnson can't put it home. Tipped around, and it looks like a foul. They call it the brawl for a reason, don't they, Meg?
I mean, wow.
Rust has 11 after that free throw make. 2 of 2 from the line, one of just 2 Panthers in the scoring column. Make it a dozen for the sophomore from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. 15 seconds to go. Nugent goes inside, kicks it back out to Agubata, and that'll be it. West Virginia wins in the Backyard Brawl once again. 7 straight victories for WVU over Pitt. This one, Mark Kellogg's second victory in the Backyard Brawl as his team tops the Panthers.